What is up, guys? Today we were playing a mod pack called Sky Workshop. It should be a pretty fun mod pack. I was told that it would be appreciated if I did like a Skyblock kind of thing, which this is. It was recommended by at the Lingonite. So thank you for the recommendation. I'm gonna get started here by just chopping down this tree real quick. Oh, I am turning auto jump off. That cannot stay on. Okay, I'm just going to chop down this tree real quick. Alright, so... No, that's the wrong button. Alright, so looking at the quests, quest lines, the beginnings would probably... Whoa. Okay, now my plan for this episode was to finish the first chapter. This is looking pretty big, so I don't think that's going to happen today. But... Twerk, senora. Okay, so I assume... Giggity. I assume that means that the mod is installed where I can crouch next to the sapling and it'll go. Okay, so I need to get... Oh, well, there's a sapling. Hold on. Nope, bad idea. I need to make more of a platform before I do that. So we are going to expand this out by a couple. Alright, that looks like a pretty good platform to me. And there's an apple. Nice something to eat. Got that pretty quick. Yeah. Twerk, senora. They were not kidding. Can it not grow because the leaves are still there? Alright, we'll look at the quest book while we're waiting on that. So I need 16 logs for that. And then crooks gets us to fish bait, to string, to sieves, which gets us all the way up to diamond mesh to get all the ores. Barrels is going to be dirt, cobble, hammers. And that all intertwines with gravel and all this. So, okay. So the beginnings is going all the way to the end. What are the other quest lines? Oh, it's just like starting stuff. Requires your first ores. Where's that? Where's my first ores? Oh, your first ores. Okay, so following barrels down. Botania is dust loots, which I assume is going to be after dust. So there's dust, and dust loots is down there. Quality of life. Oh, these actually look kind of nice, but it's probably going to be later that we get into this. Applied energistics. I don't really understand applied energistics, so that's probably going to be down the road when I might have some help. Okay, so this is going to be after we reach the end. Mystical agriculture will be mob farm. Where's mob farm at? Is it in the beginnings? Oh, right here, mob farm. Okay, so that's actually not that far. More tinker's tools. Chop, chop, tinker. Okay, so... Okay, mystical agriculture only requires the mob farm to infinity and beyond. What is this? Awakened core? Whoa. Whoa. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This seems like a pretty cool one to go to. Awakened core, is that in the beginnings? So I think the one we're gonna go for here is mystical agriculture, because that will get us at least some decent armor. At least I think it's decent. Yeah, so we're going to work towards mob farms, which means we need to pretty much just do the tinker stuff. So, okay, first and foremost, we need to get wood. And I'm just going to be getting a bunch of wood on this little platform we got. And there is the last piece of wood we needed. And we got a little extra. So let's just get the rest of this wood, and then we will look back at the quests. I'm gonna assume that mobs don't spawn. Or maybe I shouldn't assume that. And I should put a torch down so that they don't. Okay, let's look at the quest book real quick. I'm just gonna keep it over here by my food. I'm gonna take the 2 apples, because I don't have any dirt. Maybe we should get to dirt. No, you know what? I'm gonna stay focused. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused. Okay, so crafting station, stencil table, part builder, tool station, pattern chest. is gonna be... Okay, so... That's all gonna need to be planks. I need that to become that. To become that. And then I need these, right? Or no, it's just the one. Yeah, there's a stencil table. The part builder is over a log. So, good thing I left some of those up there. I would have been crushed. There's the part builder, and now the next thing was the tool station. Okay, well, that's not so bad. So I just need to make another one of those, right? There's the tool station. And the pattern chest is just a chest with a pattern over it. All right, awesome. That is all of those taken care of. So what do I do with that? Awesome. That's Tinker's done. So chop, chop, chop. What is that? A wooden hatchet. Okay. Why don't you make a hatchet to chop that wood faster? Okay. So I assume that I can just put all of this stuff down, right? Yeah. And I'm definitely just gonna, like, get rid of this. Oh, I definitely could have done that beforehand. Goodbye. To the void with you! What am I doing? What's the goal here? What am I doing? Oh, the hatchet. Okay, so... Alright, that is that tree down for the count. So let's look at the quests again. And we got the hatchet, so claim that. More Tinker's tools. A broadsword and a pickaxe. I mean, if I must. And broadsword. I only made one tool rod. We're going to pretend like I made both tool rods to begin with, because I'm going to look really dumb. Alright. Quest complete. Claim that. Now, mob farm. Make a mob farm and use that sword you just made to start getting some dank loots. How do I make a mob farm? What? I thought... I might be dumb. I thought that it was just gonna, like, let me do it. How do you... Oh, wait, I have to do all of them? Hold on. 0 of 4 tasks complete. Make a mob farm and use it. Oh, yeah, okay. How do I make a mob farm? Okay, guys, I think I've figured out a way to do it here.
A few moments later.
So, hey, guys, you remember when I said I know what I'm doing, and I looked it up, and I got a real thing? Yeah, so I was wrong. I don't know what I was trying to do here. But in my head, I was like, well, I can just do it at ground level and put trapdoors on it. And bada bing, bada boom, I've got me a mob spawner. However, and this is the biggest deal, light can still get in, so it won't operate during the day. So now I'm just kind of trying to get rid of it with just wooden tools, so that I can retry and build again, though I don't need to put it super high in the air because I'm not trying to automate it. I just need mobs to spawn, you know? So I'm going to get rid of this, and then I'm going to build a different one, and then I will be back. Hey, you know, I'm almost done building this now, and you know what I'm realizing? I need water to push them into the middle. Which means we gotta do a different quest line, which means that I gotta get back to the drawing board. I'm just gonna finish this up and then fix that later. Okay, so water is gonna come from barrels, maybe? Wooden barrel, 2 of them. Make some barrels to catch some rain, for real. How do I get the water, though? Dirt from barrels. Hold on. Drawers. What? A loot bag. Hold on. What? What comes in loot bags? How have none of the other quests had loot bags yet? Okay, so the crook gets to the sieve. Barrels. You know what? I'll just make the barrels because it's not that bad. So I am 1 short from getting 2, but I can test what I need to test first, and then we can talk about making another one. Nope, that didn't do what I wanted it to at all. There we go. I just got to get this thing going. There we go. There's a tree. Okay, so now we just got to cut this thing down. Here, shappy, shappy, shappy. Here, shappy, shappy. Is there more wood? Yeah, there's more wood. And that did not take long. So that is composting. That is not what I meant to do. But alright, well, I'll save that, actually. I will hold on to that. So, the composting, what does that do? Also, let's check the quest book. When is water supposed to become, like, a thing? I'm gonna try something, and if you've seen... Oh, dirt. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna try something real quick, just to see if I can't... Well, hang on. Well, that's a shame. I'm gonna hang on to that. And I am going to plant the sapling. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna try what I was thinking of, and I'm pretty sure if I put the barrel up there, and then I move the torch under it, and then I make a little step up, I should be able to... No, that did not do it. I am praying to God that another sapling drops. Okay. I think that this will work for now. I still don't have any water. I still don't really know how to get water. But we just need to kill 8 zombies, 8 skeletons, 2 endermen, and a creeper. And 8 creepers, my bad. Which might be, you know, more difficult than... Easier said than done, they say. It might be easier said than done. So, maybe we get a crook. Maybe we get a crook for now. So, 1 thing of planks is a crook. And what did the crook do? Right? Okay, claim my saplings. Fish bait. Use your crook on some leaves to get some silkworms. 2 apples for those. Interesting. And then, yeah. Oh, okay. I see where we're going here. Hello? Oh, hello. Alright. So, I got 7 silkworms. 20 saplings. So, yeah, the crook is 100% better to get all that stuff. I mean, it's almost gone, but I think it was worth it. It's only like 1... It costs 1 plank, so... Now, the next quest after that... Well, claim my 2 apples real quick. String. Crook some infested leaves for some string. A stack. Wow, okay. So, I'm going to make the sieve then. And... Hold on. I'm going to plant a sapling. And... That is a dangerous crossing that I honestly probably should bridge. I know I'm probably a little too nervous, but again, first time doing this, I would not like it to go poorly. If anybody has any comments on how to fix the mob farm, that would be great, because I don't really know what I'm doing wrong here. So leave a comment down below on that. Oh, I totally forgot. The daily question is... What is your favorite planet in the solar system, and why? I want to hear some real thoughts here, people. Now, I'm going to squat and twerk all over this tree, and then put a silkworm in it, And I'm gonna okay. Okay, so silkworm there is now infested, so I kind of just have to let it sit, right? Alright, let's see how much string this thing gives us. Okay, so I got a little over half a stack of string here. Oh, like just over, it's 33. So I'm gonna plant another tree and squat on it till it grows. Anyway, and then I'm gonna walk out of its leaves that I have to destroy a couple of and plant another silkworm. But we are so tantalizingly close to having just our entryway into, what is it? What's the mod that I'm trying to get into with mob farming? It's mystical agriculture, right? Yeah. So I really just need to get that done, and then we're golden on getting all that stuff. I really wish you could get these chests to hook up to this unit. I think that'd be nice. Okay, back to string collection. Whoa. This thing is way better. I made the executive decision to just make a compressed crook, which is like 9 crooks. Way faster, way more loot. I believe that's going to be 64 string. I just have to go take some string out of the other chest. I also got a bunch more saplings. At some point I'm going to have to expand the tree farm, for sure. There we go. That's string done. The beginnings. String. Flame. Now the sieve. Ooh, we get a loot bag for the sieve. Okay, so I'm gonna get the sieve. That's a sieve. Done. I'll put that there. And put that in it. And then put this plank behind it so nothing falls off. Now, I believe dirt is needed for that. So I'm going to just break one of these barrels. And put it over here. Can I put wood in here? No. Can I put string in here? I can. Okay, well, that's going to be a lot easier. So, the dirt, is that done? Yes. And stone pebble, granite pebble, andesite pebble, diorite pebble, and wheat seeds. Looking pretty good. Alright, so how do you make stone again? It's use stone crook. Cobblestone is just 4, so I mean, I can just do, what is it, 8 of them? Yeah, it's just 8 of them. So I can just do that. Get another piece of dirt going. Grab the sieve, get another couple pieces of stone. I did get seeds, so that's nice. I'm hoping to get cactus seeds, but I think I'll need to plant those in sand. I don't really know. I haven't used this a ton. We're just waiting on the dirt. And the dirt is done. Okay, so put this in the sieve. Please give me 2 pebbles. That is an andesite pebble. I only have 3. Oh, but I did get a birch seed and pumpkin seeds, so that's interesting. I only have enough of these to do this one more time. And after that, I'm going to probably just use a bunch of string and get it going. So we're just waiting on this again. Alright, and this one's now done as well. So let's get it in a sieve and at least 1 pebble. That is perfection. Flax seeds. Interesting. Okay, so now we can make some cobblestone. I believe I skipped dirt. Hold on. Oh, I'm getting this for sieve. What? Did I just get hurt? What in the name? What did I get hurt by? We're going to look at the quests just real quick. Claim my loot bag. Now that's going up through all that. But I think for this, I need gravel to get flint. Yeah, so dirt is going to be the next thing that I do, but that's just 16 dirt. So I'm going to open this loot bag and see what's in it real quick. Well, I'm not going to say without further ado, because that sounds lame now. Okay, so I'm just going to open it. I think it's right-click. It is not right click. How do you open these? How do I... P? No, that was not it. How do you open a loot bag? Oh, you just look at the sky. Sugar. Interesting. That is not the loot that I thought would be in a loot bag. Alright. I think we're going to leave this one here. I think we got a pretty steady start. We got the basic tinker tools going. Our water barrel, our dirt barrel, our sieve. I'm going to expand probably the tree farm and get the dirt mission done in the meantime. And if you guys could troubleshoot this mob farm, I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. I might do some research, tweak it a little bit before I get back, but this one might be the most confusing thing for me. All right. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.